I know y'all probably like, oh God, he's talking about the coonstress again. Yes, I am. Mainly because of this comment that she recently made, and believe it or not, it has nothing to do with black people, but it's real stupid for her to say. So we all know how the coonstress feels when it comes to the thing. We already know and established what the thing is. You know, she got literally dragged by 45 in one of the best ways I could possibly witness, and it was just so superb to watch and witness. But she has recently come out and said that when it pertains to the thing, she said that she would not take it even if she was on her deathbed. Now, here's the thing. And one thing I already established, and another one just came to fruition. Well, not fruition, but came to mind for me. The first one was, Candace, if you went to your grave, most people wouldn't care whether you took the scene or not. That's number one. Number two, if you were on your deathbed and say that it was, you got wounded, it's not much that the thing could do for you. You're on your deathbed, which means you're near death. It's nothing that is in that injection that could possibly save you. You're already at the end of your rope. So for her to even say that was just stupid on her part, but she's a stupid person. So it is what it is. So let me go. I just wanted to get those 2 points out right now before I forget as I read this article, because I can almost imagine what dumbassery I'm about to read. Conservative piece of shit, I'm not calling her no pundit, and talk show host Candace Owens stated that she would not receive the COVID-19 thing even if it would save her from dying. Owens, age 32, made the comments during a taping of her show Candace, and the clip made its way through social media platforms on Wednesday. The show was published by the Daily Wire, a conservative news company founded by Ben Shapiro that Owens has become a leading member of. During the live taping of the show, Owens responded to a user on Twitter who questioned if she was truly as she had claimed many times before. Now, I wondered the same thing. Has she taken it? Because a lot of people who think like her and talk like her claim they've never taken it, but I'm willing to bet many of them haven't. A lot of them over at Fox News said that they haven't taken it, but I'm willing to believe that many of them are lying. All cap. The question arose after a picture circulated of Owens at a UFC fight at New York Madison Square Garden, which requires all attendees to be, per city law. I would say to the people, first and foremost, I am obviously unthinged, and I am not getting this thing ever, Owens replied. Never going to get it. I don't care if I'm on my deathbed and they say it can save you. I'm not going to get it. Well, Candace, let's just be glad. Well, I think, like I said, the majority consensus is glad you said that. Because if you were on your deathbed, I don't think there's a lot of people that's trying to save you. I'm just saying. Like, she actually thinks that many people care about her. That's how narcissistic she is in her thinking. And notice she's only making this about her. Now, what if it came to a thing like because this chick has a child, and that's just hard enough to even just fathom that she has pushed a child out of her. But she has a small child. But at the end of the day, all she could think about is herself. And notice she doesn't post no pictures of her child no more. And we all know why that is. But let's continue. I'm principally now opposed to the thing, and I do not understand why anybody who is healthy, able-bodied, and young would ever get this thing if you not at risk of WOVID, she said. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has stated that millions of people in the U.S. have received the thing under the most intense safely monitoring in U.S. history, adding that it recommends people get the thing as soon as possible. Now, I will say this. Get it if you feel like getting it. Don't let anyone twist your arm into getting it. But when it comes to her, we know that she puts out a lot of propaganda and stuff like that to please her base and to please her audience. I mean, I talked about it briefly in the live stream that I did, the first live stream of the year that I did on my Rain in Real Time channel, and how it was additional conversation between her and Trump outside of that one piece that he went in on, kind of went in on her. And then she started talking about the kids in China and the mask and everything like that. And he basically rebutted everything to the point where she literally deflected from the original conversation, went to another one. And then when she couldn't win that one, she deflected again and went to another one. Like, she literally went to like 5 different conversations in like 2 minutes and could not win not one point that she was trying to debate. It says CDC research shows that some people may experience an array of side effects after receiving it. However, serious health issues are considered extremely rare, and any health problem that happens after the thing is considered an adverse event. As the clip of her show continued, Owens then addressed her attendance at the UFC event despite being unthinged. She urged her viewers not to visit the Madison Square Garden website, but to visit the New York City law website. You better understand that every time the elites make laws for you, there is a way that they can get around the laws that they're making for you. And there are carve-outs in New York City of when you do not need to, I'm guessing, present, because they didn't say prevent. They said prevent. I'm guessing present a thing card. She better be very careful, because I'm not even going to lie. They most likely do put some workarounds for some people. So she better be careful that, one, she's not talking about other people, or two, talking about herself. Because now that's going to have people questioning what's really going on. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that's been questioning, saying, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that go and say that, you know, go to these things and say that they've been this and they've been that, and knowing that they haven't. After all, there have been some people that have gotten caught with fraudulent cards, or paying people to make fraudulent cards. So that's not unheard of. And it says a search of the New York Department of Health website, though, does not appear to list any such carve-outs that would allow Owens to get around a thing requirement. Like I said, she just makes shit up as she goes along. It says current city guidelines state that people 12 and older participating in the below public indoor activities, including visiting indoor arenas such as Madison Square Garden, are now required to show proof that they have received 2 doses, except for those who have received the 1 dose from the Johnson & Johnson thing. Owens' statements came to light as she continues to become the most ardent anti-thing members of the media. She made headlines across the nation this past December when she sparred with former President Donald Trump during an interview discussing the efficacy of the thing. Despite Owens insinuating that the things were dangerous, this sentiment appeared to be dismissed by the former president, who told Owens that the results of the thing are very good. He then added that people aren't dying when they take the thing. And it says Newsweek has reached out to Owens for comment. I want to go back to that part where she was talking about that people need to go to the site and look at this and look at that and really read what it says. And they came back and said, well, they looked at that same site that she claimed people to go to, and they said there's nothing there that states anything that she claims. I told you, this woman is a habitual liar, but yet they still continue to roll out the red carpet for her. And like I said in my live stream, I said they need her to be a mascot because they need her as a shield against black people. That's the only position people like her and all these other Sambos out here play, is nothing more than a deflecting shield and protection of them to do their bidding. That's it. Without them, they're left wide open for attack because they figured out the formula. They figured it out a long time ago. But yeah, like I said, when she said something about her deathbed, like I said, first off, no one would care. Honestly, like, no one's going to be throwing a pomp and circumstance style parade when this woman kicks the can. And number 2, if you was on your deathbed, the scene would not help revive you. It wouldn't. Like, you're near death. There's nothing that the doctors and nurses would be able to do for her. And honestly, we'd be glad about that. It just is what it is. Let's not forget, like, you know, people's like, oh, you're talking real harsh. Yes, I am. Yes, the hell I am. And to be truth be told, I should not be the only one. And I'm not the only one. Let's not forget when she posted up the pictures of her son, her newborn, when she gave birth. Who was the ones going in on her and making threats against her and her family, including her newborn? There were not that many congratulations coming from the same people that claim to want to support her. That's why you have not since then seen her post not one picture of her child online. Not ever since then. Like I said, some women have a thing where they don't want to post their children online, maybe for safety purposes, but she posted up a picture because she felt like that was just a moment for her. And it might have been. That's a moment for anyone when they have a child. But the reception was very, very different than what she thought. And we have not seen a picture of her child since. It wasn't the same black people that she likes to go in on. It was the same people who she loves to kiss. And I said that, and I made sure to make a note of that in my live stream. I said, when it comes to people like her, we're not going to be the ones that's going to bring them down. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the ones who has propped them up and who ask they kiss on a daily basis that's going to bring them down, because they're the ones that prop them up. She is their property. She is their plaything. She is their pet. And when they're done with her, they're going to neuter that pet. They're going to sell that property to the highest or maybe even the lowest bidder. And they're going to toss away their little plaything. And I cannot wait for that day to come.